What's going on, everybody? Blood Elf 941 here, and today we are going to be talking about the recently returning Blast Furnace Pulse Rifle. But before we get started, if y'all could click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and click that bell, that'd be really cool. Thank you very much. So, the topic for today, the Blast Furnace Pulse Rifle. It's back! It was originally part of Season of the Forge. It was a very, very good pulse rifle, very, very iconic. A lot of people really liked it. One of the fan favorite returning weapons from that era of Destiny. I was no exception to that. I really like this weapon. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so we're going to talk about this gun and how it fares in today's sandbox. Let's establish what it is, right? Blast Furnace is a 450 RPM aggressive 4-round burst kinetic pulse rifle from Into the Light, and to acquire it, you gotta play Onslaught. Turn in trophies at Shax's chest next to him in the Hall of Champions. And if you want to increase your chances of getting one to drop, you focus it at the hologram of Shax holding the pulse rifle. Alrighty, so let's talk stats. I'm going to be comparing this to the Belisarius D, which is a competitive reward from the Crucible, the Disparity, which is a craftable weapon from Season of the Seraph, I want to say. That's the one that I remember using the most, and I also really like that gun. And it's craftable, so if Xur's ever selling any, you can use your harmonizers to get that pattern. And then the Insidious as well, which is the pulse rifle from Valve the Disciple. You can't get an Adept Insidious, just like you can get an Enhanced Disparity, so just keep that in mind when you're looking at these stats, but we're going to use the base words for a comparison. So, it's got the best range stat of the four, it's got the best stability of the four, it has the lowest handling, which you can definitely feel that. This thing handles like a pregnant hippo. It is very, very slow to come out of sprint, it is very, very slow to swap to, and that normally would be a deal breaker for a lot of weapons. Like the feel of a gun, I personally prefer when my handling is really high and really zippy and snappy. Part of the reason why I play Gunslinger a lot is because of Knock 'em Down, allowing for the handling and stability to, and reload speed as well, to get boosted over time through me just using my class ability or getting critical kills. Handling, you will feel that. I personally would like to throw on a kinetic dexterity mod just to make sure things are okay, or lean into certain perks, but as it's a aggressive frame pulse rifle, that handling isn't as important as the rest of the stats are. This is just something that I personally feel and I don't like. And then the only other stat that really matters on this list is recoil direction. So it's got a 65, and you can definitely feel that. I highly recommend either an arrowhead break or a counterbalance stock on this gun, pretty much all the time. Now you can compensate for that by getting like Zen Moment Rapid Hit, and being really accurate with your first burst, but this 65 kind of sucks, and it feels really odd. It became much better once I was able to get Arrowhead Break and or a counterbalance stock mod. It's very, very important that you get a really good recoil direction. Alright, so let's talk perks. So in column 3, you have Zen Moment, Snapshot, Shoot to Loot, Keep Away, Perpetual Motion, Kinetic Tremors, and Head Seeker. Zen Moment is really good. It's probably the best option. It keeps everything on target after those first shots hit. Like your consecutive bursts, as long as you're making contact, as long as they're hitting a target, will just have no recoil. It's crazy good. Zen Moment is insane, especially on this archetype of Pulse, where with 0 recoil, you are not going to miss those crits. You will get all 4 crits. You will 2-burst somebody, and all of them will stay on target every time. It's really, really good. Snapshot helps with the poor handling, but not the biggest thing in the world. I mean, you're going to be aiming a lot with this kind of weapon, obviously, so it's really important for that, but I don't think it's as big of a deal on this gun. Shoot to Loot is bad. Keep Away is always active when playing correctly, and nobody's going to say no to a free 10 range plus the around 5% accuracy cone boost or whatever the hell that is. Why do I have the hiccups, dude? God damn it. Nobody's gonna say no to a free 10 range, so this is always a good perk to have on a pulse rifle, just because it is always active when you're playing correctly. You don't have to think about it. Perpetual Motion isn't bad, but like this isn't a very mobile weapon by default. But it's easy to keep active if you just do a little bit of strafing. It's not a bad perk, I just don't see the usefulness compared to other things in this column. Kinetic Tremors takes 11 shots to activate. Good luck. I don't think it's good. Head Seeker and all damage perks, to be honest with you, and I consider Head Seeker a damage perk, are usually not as good unless they boost you by like 30% at least with this archetype of Pulse. Head Seeker's not bad, but It doesn't boost it by a significant margin. It doesn't really affect your time to kill unless you have bad recoil control and you're hitting the body shots into the headshots. And I don't think you really need to do that with this kind of gun. Like, I like Headseeker on high impact 3-round bursts that, like, you will walk them up. Like, you will start at chest level and those second 2 bullets will hit the head guaranteed, right? And you can kill people really easily with that, right? I like that a lot. With a 4-round burst, there is so little recoil between shots, especially with Zen Moment, that you will just hit all headshots. Therefore, you're not hitting body shots, which means that Headseeker doesn't do anything. You need to hit body shots before you hit crits in order for Headseeker to even matter in the first place. If you prefer to walk it up the body, then absolutely take Headseeker. Otherwise, if you think you can hit all of your headshots, you will do burst without a problem, and you will be set. It's still a good perk, it's just it's not what I want on this archetype of pulse rifle. In column 4, you've got Kill Clip, Firefly, One for All, Frenzy, Rampage, Rapid Hit, and Desperate Measures. Kill Clip takes a single bullet off your optimal time to kill against tier 8 or higher resilience. It's not horrible, but like I said previously, I don't like damage perks by all that much on this archetype unless they boost by like 30% or more, and Kill Clip is 25%, so it's just under that threshold to where it will actually do a significant thing. If you're hitting a lot of body shots, it's not bad, but it's a pulse rifle. You really don't want to be hitting body shots. Speaking of hitting headshots, Firefly, I kind of feel like I was not valuing this perk enough on my previous videos. The tooltip says 80 in D2 Foundry, but I'm seeing like 60s and 30s, so I'm gonna just say between 50 to 30 damage to nearby targets. Like, that's pretty nifty when people like stand on top of each other a lot. And the reload boost helps you reset for the next kill anyway if you somehow used up all of your ammo. That extra little bit of damage really, really helps. And also it discourages like a second person. Like, say you're fighting 2 people and you get a kill on the first guy and the other guy's kind of weak from some other engagement or whatever, they didn't realize you were attacking them from a certain angle, that discourages them even more from leaving cover to fight you, letting you reset a little bit, maybe heal with something or get into cover to reposition or whatever, right? Like, it's utility through damage, but it also can actually do a lot of damage. One for All is bad. Frenzy is also bad. Rampage, you're not really feeling it until 3 stacks. Like, you need 3 kills, and then your 4th kill is going to be better. Not good for 3s, not the worst for 6s, but it takes a while to ramp up, so I would just rather have something like Rapid Hit, or Firefly, or even Desperate Measures, because Desperate Measures is just better Rampage, but we're not there yet. Rapid Hit is probably the best option. A lot of stability, a whole lot of reload speed. This just makes it even better in the neutral as long as you're getting crits, and it's a pulse rifle. You want to get crits. Desperate Measures, it's better than Rampage if you're going for a single stack, and it encourages kit use, which I like. I like using your entire kit, grenade, melee, everything. But it still suffers from the same problems that Rampage and Kill Clip have, where it takes too long to get to the point where you start feeling it as a damage boost. If you're getting no body shots, and you're somehow fragging out with that, then yes, Desperate Measures and Rampage will help. But if you can hit your headshots, like this, it's pretty easy to do in this game. You don't want Desperate Measures, you don't want Rampage, you don't want Kill Clip. So the god roll that I'm hunting for is a shiny version, as shinies have double perks, with Arrowhead Break in the first column. In column 2, I either want Flared Magwell or Accurized Rounds, just because you can get a whole lot of range anyway, you're going to be capping out. So Flared Magwell boosting your stability is pretty nice. Although you can get a lot of stability as well, so do with that what you will. And then in column 3, I want Zen Moment and Keep Away. And column 4, I want Rapid Hit and Firefly. And then I want either stability or Handling Masterwork. And I know that the Handling Masterwork is not normally what you're looking for on this weapon, but you cap out range of stability through the combination of Keep Away, Zen Moment, Rapid Hit. So having the Handling Masterwork means those extra 10 stats are not wasted, if that makes sense. Now, you do have to build it up, so in theory the range masterwork makes it easier to hit that cap, but I like handling on my weapons. I like when they feel zippy and snappy, even if they're just a laning weapon like a pulse rifle is, so that's my personal god roll I'm hunting for. Overall, with Zen Moment and good recoil direction, or just honest to god, with any kind of stability boost, this gun has 0 fucking recoil. It is a laser. Specifically, like, Zen Moment gets it there a lot faster as long as you're hitting, but like that first burst might be a little wonky. That second burst, perfect accuracy. You're gonna hit the same spot every single time if you have any recoil control at all. It is very, very, very good. Blast Furnace gets beaten by high impact pulses all the time, and that really sucks. And like, it makes sense, right? Because it's easier to hit 6 crits than to hit 8. It's also faster to hit those 6. Not to mention Elsie's rifle is fucking super dominant right now. It's insane how much that gun just fucks. It's got, oh god, it's so cracked. I didn't think very much of it when they showed off the weapons, but then like now I'm looking at the stat package, I'm looking at its perk combinations, I'm like, wow, this gun just fucks. As this is a pulse rifle, those like fun hero moments are kind of hard to get, but this is a great workhorse weapon. It's reliable, it's consistent, and it's also very boring. This is not a weapon that you're going to go fucko mode with and run the game by doing fancy cool things. This is a weapon that you're going to play a very consistent, not necessarily slow, but a more reserved play style. You are going to defend objectives, you're going to watch sightlines, you're going to take engagements that are less hectic. Because once you get to those chaotic moments, this gun does not do very well. More than one person is shooting at you, you're just dead. You can't kill fast enough, and sometimes the flinch is going to kill you. Trying to use it as your fun gun leads to some really frustrating deaths, and I really tried to force the issue for too long before just giving up. A lot of these clips aren't very flashy, they're not really high multi-kills. It's a pulse rifle. That's how you play with this kind of pulse, especially this kind of pulse. Like, this is how you play. That being said, it also pairs really well with more close-range fun weapons. There's a bunch of heliocentric in the clips that you're seeing, but I got this Parabellum that's been a ton of fun to use as well, and that's going to pop up too. Those, like, supplementary close-range options that are just hella fun, absolutely pair them with the Trespassers. Like I said, the heliocentric, that Parabellum I said. If you want to, you can use the Iklos SMG. You can use shotguns. You have a lot of options. I've seen some people call this the best PvP pulse rifle in the game, and I don't think I agree. Like I said before, Elsie's rifle exists and is a better archetype of pulse. The Messenger exists, and people really like the Messenger. I don't personally, but I know people really like it. Maybe it's the best aggressive frame pulse, but I personally prefer Disparity for the stasis utility, not to mention enhanced perks and stats from being craftable. There's also the Belisarius, which has really, really high stats as a result of having the extra stock options in the origin trait column. If you really, really like this archetype of pulse, you will enjoy the Blast Furnace. And I'm not saying that I don't enjoy it. I actually had a really fun time playing with this gun, but I prefer Disparity. I think it's got a better sight. I like the utility that comes with having a stasis option that also has headstone. I don't think I would consider Blast Furnace my favorite, or the one I'd prefer to use all the time, but having Rapid Hit in column 4 and Keep Away in column 3 is just really, that's insane. That's so much from a neutral, like, stat boosting perspective. That's so good. That is so insanely good. But, like with every video, that is just my opinion. If you think I'm sleeping on some perk combination, if you could let me know in those comments down below, that'd be greatly appreciated. Side note, out of nowhere, the Boudica video, it got like 2,000 views, which I was not expecting. I was honestly expecting to get like 300, maybe. But it like kind of took off, making it my second most watched video. I want to do more older weapon reviews. If you have a suggestion for a gun you want me to take a look at, I would love to hear about it. If you could let me know in the comments down below. I might put out like a poll or something. I don't know how to use this YouTube community features, but I might put out a poll with a couple of weapons that I really want to like talk about, that I really like using. If you're interested, subscribe and stick around for those, because maybe I found something here. Maybe I found a way to continue growing as a content creator through old weapons. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day.